Hey everybody, Ronaldo Offerman here. So this is going to be a slightly different episode since it's not chicken related. It's going to be about my fish tank. And it's going to talk really about draining or siphoning the water out. Now one of the real popular options is the Python kit. Now the way the Python kit works is this side is your regular siphon. This part goes into the water and then you can drain out the water by turning on your faucet. And as the water comes out of the faucet into here, it creates a suction which gets rid of the water, or drains the water out, excuse me. And it works great, but I'm not a big fan of wasting water. And if you have big tanks, multiple ones, even after a while, these 10-gallon tanks, you're just draining a lot of water down the drain, quite literally. So I've come up with a different way of being able to siphon out the water without actually having to waste a lot of water, if any at all. Let me show you how that works. Aside from the Python kit, you're going to need a gravel vacuum. There's multiple kinds out there. I got this one from Amazon, link below in the description, and it works great. Notice that I put tape all around the bottom. And a lot of people will tell you to do the same thing because it doesn't really create a lot of suction around the gravel to clean it up. Doing this really helped. So the point of this is that there's a little bag here, and it goes in here. And that way you can just vacuum everything you need without draining all your water out. But it just happens that this little nozzle and this hose happen to be the same size. Now, if you're on a 10-gallon tank, like for my Betta Steel, like Blue's tank, or there's Dragon, or even Comets, this is not going to suck it up because it needs to be further in there. You see where the water level line is? So that way it actually does suck it up. So for that, you're going to do the same thing, except you're going to remove this part. And you got to be very careful because you do not want to accidentally suck in your fish. Luckily in here, all I got are the quarries and my Betta, so I know they're not going to go in there. But you can also take one of these pipes or whatever that comes with it, one of your spare ones, cut it to a smaller portion and put mesh in it. But I'm just very careful and I have it off to the side. And I do have a smaller one of these that I made to connect to here to actually suck up the gravel. So you have a couple different options there. If you want to clean up the gravel, you're going to need to shorten this one quite a bit. When you first turn on, it's going to be a little bit of a slow suction. And I'm actually doing it into a bucket first. I want to get enough fish water here, or used water, excuse me, because I want to clean up the filters next. And you don't ever want to do that in tap water. So I'm just doing it this way, just so I can get some nice used tank water to rinse out those filters and the sponges and everything else in, so I can see what needs to be cleaned out. Now, if the water trickles slowly to your sink, you can turn on the sink for a second to give it a boost and then turn it off. Now, some will say that the whole point of the Python is that you're supposed to turn on the water for a second and it should continue suctioning. But it doesn't always work out that way, especially if your sink is pretty up high, or I don't know, but I've never actually gotten it to work. So to me, this was an easier way of just attaching the vacuum and just cleaning everything out as normal and using the motor of the vacuum to push the water out. And again, if I needed to give it a quick boost, just turn on the sink. So that's what I've been doing, and it helps me do water changes within seconds. Hopefully that helps you guys out too. If you're interested in more, make sure you guys subscribe. There's lots on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, etc. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.